It doesn't matter who it is.
It does totally matter. The president is protected by armed security. You can't go and engage armed security.
You're saying that if somebody points a gun at an FBI agent that is conducting a raid and they have the right to be there, and somebody is showing deadly force towards you,
Secret Service has the right to be there.
What about FBI agents that just did their job on January 6th?
Well, I don't believe. Well, you know, I disagree with this all the time. I don't believe FBI agents just did their job on. Actually, let me clarify.
Every FBI agent
did their job. I think they shouldn't have done their job because they were sent to do some horrific things to Americans that they never should have done.
Should January 6th have been investigated?
I think the way it was investigated and prosecuted was an injustice. Absolutely.
Okay, that's your opinion, but do you think January 6th should have been investigated? Okay, so
I gave you my answer.
He's firing people for doing their job. There are many people that were instructed to do their job, and Donald Trump is firing them.
And they should have had the good sense to say, I'm sorry, I'm not going to hold a pregnant mother at gunpoint at 3 o'clock in the morning for a nonviolent crime. They should have used, just because you're given a weapon and a badge and you're given orders, it doesn't mean you carry out those orders without questioning those orders. So
conducting an investigation and as an FBI agent and being told, hey, I want you to investigate what happened is not.
They'll mix up the FBI agents that were in the field arresting people with the Department of Justice officials that were fired, that were involved in the January 6th prosecutions. And don't forget,
well, he's arresting all sorts of different people that he doesn't like. But that's not the way this country should work.
Don't forget the people who conducted that flawed Mar-A-Lago raid with the classified documents being bungled and everything.
A lot of people would characterize that as not being flawed, and that they gave him a year and he defied a subpoena. If somebody defies a subpoena for a year,
those agents still sought orders to shoot, to kill if necessary, to use deadly force if necessary.
That's in every raid. That's in every raid.
It's a former president.
Doesn't matter who it is.
And then because they were so excited to find these documents, they pulled them out of the boxes and started taking pictures of them and then refiled them out of order, which caused the whole case to get thrown out.
That's in every investigation where they'll take out things and take pictures. It's part of conducting evidence. And by the way,
that's not how you handle classified evidence.
When you're conducting, I wouldn't even classify this as a raid, but when you're conducting a raid, I'm not even an FBI agent. I don't have law enforcement experience, but even I know this. Yes, you are trained to shoot, to kill, or shoot at center mass if your life is in danger.
Not at the former president's house.
It doesn't matter who it is.
It does totally matter. The president is protected by armed security. You can't go and engage armed security.
You're saying that if somebody points a gun at an FBI agent that is conducting a raid and they have the right to be there, and somebody is showing deadly force towards you,
Secret Service has the right to be there. And Secret Service is charged with protecting the president, even against the FBI.
It doesn't mean you have the right to use deadly force against somebody that has the right to be there. That's in law enforcement. You know that, Dave.
If somebody in the FBI pointed a gun at the president, Secret Service would be within their orders to fire on that FBI agent, whether or not the FBI agent was in.
So that's your issue, not that Donald Trump defied a subpoena for a year and took classified documents.
No, because there was a legitimate legal question on whether or not he had the right to retain those documents, and that question, that question never got fully vetted because we didn't get it. Got dismissed because of the sloppy way
we all know
agents handled the classified documents.
We all know he didn't. I think the sloppy person is the orange orangutan who you support.